Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I will cover about what is distributed system and what are the applications of distributed system. And these topics are a part of a basic distributed system concepts. Now, first of all, what is a distributed system? A distributed system having the definitions. You must remember the definitions of it. Tannenbaum have given one definition for the distributed system. A distributed system is a collection of independent computers that appears to the user of a system as a single coherent system. Means multiple computers are connected with a high-speed network and all delivering some task, and end user will not able to identify whether it is a single system or it has the multiple system. The end user cannot get how many number of computers involved to deliver that particular task. It is called as a transparency. We cannot identify how many number of computers the system have used, which computer have generated the output of it, and all the computers communicate with each other. They are transferring data between them and communicating with each other and delivering the actual task. Here is one image of a distributed system. One distributed system I have put over here. Here the personal computers are available. These all are the personal computers, and these all are the workstations. By using this workstation, you can communicate, you can execute some application and you can communicate with the file servers. These all are the personal computers. You can see this architecture in some educational environment. Here is the personal computers of the teacher. Here is the computers or workstation for the students. All the students and all the teaching staff storing their own data, subject related data on some server, and this server are called as a file server. This file server is responsible to store the files of the users in the single system. Here is some login server that manage the attendance of all the students and all the teachers. Here is the printer which is shared between the computers. By using any computers, you can give the print from this printer, and many such as servers are available for this particular computers and workstations. These all are communicating with each other via local area network. This all the computers are connected, and if someone working on this computer and using this file server, then that person cannot able to identify where is the actual server and from where this data is going to come. If such a system you can create, then it is called a distributed system. Multiple computers are communicating with each other and delivering some task. These computers are basically work together and delivers a required processing speeds. Whenever you are involving more than one computers, it always deliver you the task very quickly. It's always deliver task with the fast processing speed. In distributed system is basically a collection of autonomous host. Autonomous host means the computers, and that are connected through a computer networks. In my lectures, I will use the keywords like node, processing element, computers, workstation. The meaning of these things are actually a computing engine, computers. These all are some synonyms word. That means the devices that you have used for the distributed system, to implement the distributed system concept, that all the devices can be called as a workstation, can be called as a node, can be called as a processing elements in the distributed system. And whenever you are creating such a distributed system, your all the processing nodes having some hardware. Over the hardware, one network operating systems are available. And over the network operating system, one middleware software is always available. The middleware, the responsibility of this middleware software that provides the distributed computing mechanism. This middleware software actually communicate with the other computers and deliver the actual task, and it uses the actually network operating system to communicate with the other computer. And this all the connected system work together and deliver the end user application task. Each host executes components and operates a distributed middleware. Middleware enables the component to coordinate their activities. This all the middleware software communicate with each other and deliver the actual task given to that particular components. User observes the system as a single integrated computing facility. That means this all the systems are connected and integrated such that it delivers like it is a single thing. Though you are including more than one computer, then also it image like a single computer. See, just think about the examples. Whenever you are using the Google search engine, whenever you are using the Google website for searching some keyword, this Google delivering the result, can you identify whether Google is using how many number of computers to generate your result? Can you identify from which computer that result has been generated? We cannot able to identify, because again that thing is implemented by using the concept of distributed system. They have used many computers, they all work together in delivering your result, search result very fast, and the end user cannot identify how many number of systems are working behind it. Right? So this is the basic example of distributed system. Now, next is how distributed system is possible to implement. Because of what are the reasons, so that in current environment we can create the distributed system. The reason behind that is evolution in computers and evolution in communication media. That's why this both are the main reasons so that we can implement distributed system. Just think about the 19th and 18th centuries. The computers, the microprocessor used inside the computer, they are very the processing power of that computers are very less. Current in 20th century, the computers that we are using having the processing power like 32-bit or 64-bit. And previously in 18th and 19th century computers, they have processing power like 4-bit and 8-bit or 16-bit computing power. And so because of the microprocessor bit processing increasing, that's why computers become faster. The caches they used in previous years and the caches that we are using to store something and to retrieve something having a very big difference. The caches that we are using having fast read and write facilities are available. The CPU design, the evolution in CPU design so that they can process the logical operations very quickly. So these three are the basic reasons, and these three are the evaluation in computer processors and in communication media. Just think about the data transfer speed. Previously it was bytes, 8 bit per 8 mbps. Now currently the speed is gigabytes. In terms of gigabytes, in terms of megabytes, we can achieve. And the technology uh, that we are using for the networking, LAN WAN communication media technology have evolution. They are expanded, and currently wireless communication technology is also available. Now because of the data transfer speed in evolution and evolution in LAN WAN and wireless communication technology, we are getting this we can able to create the distributed system. So these two are the basic reasons, so that we can create the distributed system currently in 20th century. Now here is the example of distributed system. Nationalized bank with the multiple branch office. Nationalized bank with the multiple branch offices. Here is the branch 1, here is the branch 2, here is the branch 3, and here is the backup server. Here is the backup server of branch 2, and here is the backup server or backup server of branch 1. These all are the computers used by the end user. Just think about it. Some person having the account in Ahmedabad branch, and this branch having another offices in Maharashtra also. If the person is not available in Ahmedabad, then also that person can withdraw the money from the Maharashtra also. If you want to create such a application,